Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Mid-December, the sun is shining. There's a dusting of snow on the ground. I got out there and I side hustled this morning with Instacart and Walmart Spark. Multi-apping, I made 80 bucks in like 3 hours, and that was enough for me today. Sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I've been trying to do kind of a Monday, Wednesday release at the minimum. I had my neurology appointment and yearly, no change really in the feet. As I was doing all these different kind of tests, one of them was lifting up your eyebrows, and she noticed that I guess this one doesn't go up as much. So she said it might be like a small case of Bell's palsy. I don't know what that even means. I don't think there's really too much you can do for it. I don't think it's too dangerous, but it's always kind of weird to hear that. I have a lot of idiopathic things wrong with me that nobody really knows why, or that people really can't do too much about. So I kind of put up with the appointments, which are frustrating. But then I went out to have a nice lunch with my wife, which was really good. We did a tiny bit of Christmas shopping and came home, and it was just a nice day, nice family day. We finished up watching Elf with the kiddos last night. Always such a classic movie. And yeah, just trying to enjoy the holidays, and wanted to make a video about during the holidays, and that certain things are okay. We kind of all have our expectations of what we wish the holidays could be, or what we long for what they used to be, or we're worried about what they might be. And I made a video last year talking about how to deal with the post-holiday blues, post-Christmas blues, because it's this whole big workup, and then it's just over. And I never know if any videos are any good, but I remember Jan from NYC Saves Money mentioned that was a good one, and she thought that was good, so that one always stuck with me, and maybe I'll share that again after the holidays. I've been cognizant of that this year, trying to stay focused during the holidays and enjoy all the festivities and lights and music and everything else that goes with it. But to realize that December 26th will come and January 2nd will come, and not to get too high, not to get too low, but just to have the best day ever and do the best that we can to enjoy the process. But I came up with some things here that during the holidays it's okay to. So during the holidays, it's okay that if you can't afford expensive gifts for loved ones, it's okay. That can be a stressful thing, but you just do the best that you can. Family is what is most important. You don't have to spend a lot to give a lot. You can give a lot of love. The second one is it's okay to miss loved ones who are no longer with us. These are going to be natural feelings. I'm lucky to have my parents, but I don't have any of my grandparents, and I miss them. And being a kid, it was almost more about the grandparents in a way. Like, they were super spoiling you. That's where we'd go for the holidays. Christmas Eve with one side of the family, Christmas Day with the other. Even now, still on Christmas Eve, I have to work, so I'll get out of work and then I'll drive down a couple side streets and just look at their house and peek in, and what a simple time. The whole family gathered around, and turkey sandwiches on snowflake rolls, and about 10 or 12 cousins, and I was the oldest, and we'd sit in these tiny little chairs that I showed in a video with Jan and Money Mom last year, kind of a Christmas tradition. I was able to bring those chairs to my house, so now my kids sit in them. Remember getting like Mario games in the late 80s and early 90s, and I miss that stuff very much, but there's other things that are good now. So it's okay to miss loved ones. During the holidays, it's okay if you need to be alone and have some me time. Peace and quiet is a good thing. Reflection is a good thing. Self-care is a good thing. During the holidays, it's okay to say no to certain events or gatherings to maintain your mental health, whether it be work or family gatherings, friend parties. You can't say yes to everything. It's a hectic time, especially if you're hosting and if you just have a lot of things to get done. It's It's okay to say no to certain activities. It's okay to decline alcohol during the holidays, whether that's going out or staying in. I used to go out pretty, not crazy hard, but I would go out Christmas Eve. I've been out on Christmas, I think, even before when I was a crazy person. Um, but now I just like to be obviously not hungover. I like to be sober, to be present, to not lose control, to not make alcohol make me tired, to have to spend money on the alcohol. It's okay to decline it during these hopefully festive times. During the holidays, it's okay to opt for handmade gifts or experiences over store-bought items. My buddy just called me, who is the godfather to my girls. I'm the godfather to his twin boys. I wished that he would experience twins, and I wanted him to have twin girls too, so we could experience it and see how he would react. But I only got half of my wish to come true. But he's got these great boys, and he was like, let's just, instead of doing gifts, maybe we can go bowling or get together and do lunch or something like that. And I go, yeah, that's a great idea. Experiences or handmade gifts, definitely over store-bought items, I think, anytime. It's okay to feel sad, nostalgic, emotional, watching all the Christmas movies from the past, listening to the Christmas songs, the decorations, thinking about how it used to be. It can be an emotional time. Even Elf was making me a little emotional last night. I don't know. Weird. The girls weren't getting emotional. I didn't sense anything from my wife, but I was having to hold it in. The end of the movie when the Claus meter powers Santa's sleigh and everyone starts caroling. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Because Santa Claus is coming to town. Zoe Deschanel was singing it. And, weird things make me emotional like that. I don't know why, but it's okay. It's okay to not have a festive feast. I'm lucky that my mom is still going to put on a good spread and my stepdad, but, sometimes PJs and pizza if that's what it has to be. Or whatever your favorite meal is. You don't have to have all this big spread or spend all this money on all these crazy different kinds of foods. It's okay during the holidays to ask for help with holiday prep or to opt for easier options. Maybe you don't want to cook at home anymore. Maybe you want to go out to a place who's doing a buffet, or I know there's a place in town that does Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving. And thankfully I don't wait tables at a place like that because I get the holidays off except for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. But, opt for easier options or ask for help. It's okay to have a quiet Christmas that brings you peace. I heard a lot today about what is the price of peace and what is the price of happiness, and how I was willing to, after many difficult times, was willing to make the sacrifice for peace and for happiness concerning my job. And, you have to make that choice in your daily life too, and for holidays. A quiet Christmas that brings you peace, I think, is worth more than one that doesn't. It's okay during the holidays to prioritize your family's needs over other people's expectations of are you doing Christmas cards? Are you putting lights on your house? Are you doing enough? Are you getting enough? Your family has its own special set of needs. Don't worry about other people's expectations, because that, as we know from the Stoic philosophy, is outside of our control, and we can only focus on ourselves and hopefully what brings us peace. Finally, it's okay to break from tradition, to start new holiday customs that better fit your current life. One of my biggest holiday traditions was church and then Christmas Eve at my grandparents'. And that was a great time. But my life started to shift. My grandma passed. That moved to my uncle's with my grandpa. My grandpa passed. Hung on for a little bit. And then, the cousins started having their own kids. And the cousins started having to work on that night. And, I got to split up family time too. And it just became fractured. And I got to be to work super early on Christmas Eve now. And it's just tough even in a way to show up for a couple minutes. And it's even kind of awkward to see people you haven't seen in a year, which is sad to say sometimes. But there's new holiday traditions that better fit your current life. Go with it, because there's one thing in this world that Bob Dylan said, and that's the times they are a-changin', and that is certainly indeed. Hopefully that we can change with them the best that we can. I think of Marcus Aurelius, who says basically all life is just a flow. And are you going to get dragged along with that, or are you going to get in a boat and paddle, or are you going to try to swim against the current? So hopefully go with the flow, I think, is the meaning of that. So I hope some of these hit home for you during the holidays. It's okay to do all those things. I will try to do all those things myself, and I look forward to it. I'm ready to see my family and hang out with the kiddos and have my family home during Christmas break when they're all off from school. I wish you the best holidays. Of course, I'll be talking to you before Christmas, but I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're breaking free and making progress to have the best day ever. I'll talk to you on the next video. Break free.